She thought she found a clever hack, targeting random men at pricey restaurants to cover her bill, but her entitled scheme didn't go the way she planned.
Pop, you spot your target who's going to pay your bill, but a waiter is having a long conversation with him.
So basically, she explained how the waiter kept talking to the guy, preventing her from making a move to get him to pay for her meal. But if someone looked at me this way in a restaurant, I'd probably call it a day and head back home. People started to ask her after if she just goes to restaurants doing this until men pay, and this is what she had to say.
Really funny, like I'm crying right now. The answer to that is no.
Why don't you get a job?
I went to a very family-friendly restaurant. I'm talking literally, it was screaming babies at almost every single table. My objective was to eat brunch, and this guy was sitting next to me, and he was the only person that was sitting alone. So I'm like, might as well talk to somebody, because I do that. Like, if I'm sitting alone and someone next to me is alone, I'm going to talk to them. And if they don't want to talk to me, then, you know, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing.
So that was a f***ing lie.
So the waiter is across from me, and the guy is like pretty much like next to me facing the other way. So the guy can't see me looking at the waiter. I was facing the opposite direction, if you will. So yes, I would highly advise you to not do what I did.
What?
You are going to be looking at your target pretty much.
Are you delusional? Do you suffer from a mental illness? Do you think you do?
Many people said that she looks creepy watching him like that. She better be careful scamming people, because some people don't play. Mess around and be a Dateline episode. I do agree with this comment. Not everyone will take this lightly. Some would take legal actions, while we don't know what others might do.
Ask me for a tutorial, and ask and you shall receive. I woke up super hungry, wanted to go to brunch. There I was like, oops, never mind, because it was a very family-friendly restaurant. All of the tables were filled with families and kids, and the bar was empty. The bar is the best place to meet and mingle with other people, especially men, if you're looking for someone to pay for your bill and to potentially go on a date.
Loser! You're a loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be.
It's hilarious how in the previous videos she denies doing this to use men for meals, but in this one she's dropping the act and even teaching a tutorial.
So I order a glass of wine. I'm thinking, okay, I might just have a nice brunch by myself. As you can see from this clip, that's my target right there facing the other way. I hadn't even noticed him until his waiter came and started talking to him for like 10 minutes. I'm like, what the f***? Once I see that, I'm like, oh snap, he's alone? Wow, there's actually someone that's alone here? The waiter is basically his friend, so when his friend leaves, he starts talking to me and the drinks get pouring. His waiter friend basically makes these types of liqueurs, and they gave me a tasting. Wanted me to pick my favorite, which was the coconut one. Anyway, he's a regular there. They call him the doctor. Everyone loves him. And he was fun to talk to.
It's none of my business. It's none of my business.
If you want to bag yourself a Bitcoin millionaire, bring your ass to Miami. There's a conference happening this Thursday, and it's literally the biggest Bitcoin conference in the world. There are going to be 30,000 people.
Most of her videos are like this, and all I could think about while watching them is how her parents might feel if they knew.
My man don't never have to worry about the bill because I'm always read it to him. It's $50.95.
Get your ass and scam men. It seems like nobody wants to scam men nowadays. You need to be surrounding yourself with bitches who want to scam men.
Stop it. Get some help.
If you thought the previous clips were bad, wait till you see what's coming.
Go invade this table right now. My heart is pumping. Adrenaline is for real. Adrenaline is pumping right now.
So apparently, it was some guy's birthday, and they just couldn't resist the opportunity to do what they usually do. Yeah, as you can see, not only was it free food, but also drinks, at the cost of their dignity. And the next clip is the one that disgusted me the most.
Are you by yourself? And you just like ordered a steak? No, but I know, I'm fascinated. Like, what is that experience like? Just coming here, hanging out by yourself, and having like the most massive, beautiful looking piece of
It's pretty difficult to put into words how disgusted I am, how depressed I am.
I don't give if you gotta take surveys to get my money. Just get it and stop whining. You look ugly when you cry.
So this might sound a little bit toxic, but what if we just started robbing men? Like the guys who ask if you want to come over on their first date. What if you just took a couple things from their house?
This is what's going to happen. I hope my answer was clear enough.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm good. Thank you. How about yourself?
Can't complain.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Carolina, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Instant. Pleasure.
Nice to meet you. What are you looking for the phone?
Yeah, I figured, I take a little look since I was in town, look at it. I have the old one, so.
Which one do you have?
I got the 14 Plus.
14?
Yeah.
Okay.
So not too old, but it's a new one, so why not look at it while I can, right?
Oh, okay.
So from my understanding, this lady goes around asking men to buy her stuff as pranks of some sort.
I just broke my phone today.
I missed the part where that's my problem.
It's okay. You can buy me new phone.
Wow, okay. That's pretty bold. I didn't think I was going to happen today.
Why not today?
It's on my agenda. I don't know. Which one do you want? Is the question.
I want 15.
Oh, you want the brand new?
Yeah.
You serious?
This reminded me of a scam some ladies used to do. As soon as they start talking to you, they hit you with, "My phone broke, and I need money to fix it so we can talk." And the worst part is men paying, thinking it's true.
I'll tell you what.
What?
I'll buy you the phone, right?
Okay.
And we're going to have dinner together out of that, okay?
Okay.
That works? Deal?
Deal.
All right.
Deal.
Yeah. That's not gonna happen.
I don't know what she takes us for, thinking we believe a skit like this. But I can't deny that real brothers of ours did this for their girls, only to be broken up with after losing that money.
Just tell you something. I don't know what the deal is with like men now.
What is wrong with men this time?
But I had told him prior that I will be having pre and post date expenses, and is that okay? And are you going to cover them?
Ah, yes, there's nothing quite so charming as a woman charging a man for her time.
I don't know if he wasn't listening or like what the deal was or whatever.
Maybe he thought one was kidding, joking around, because who would honestly take that amount of entitlement seriously?
But when I handed him the white envelope, he looked shocked.
Gee, I can't imagine why.
And he opened it and it's receipts. Hello. Pre-post date expenses. Hello. Like, what kind of females do you be dating?
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Probably the type that don't normally charge by the hour.
So I handed it to him and he literally looked shocked at me and said, I can't cover this. It was $478 for pre and post date expenses.
In terms of great investment ideas, something that comes off in less than 2 minutes of soap is not the best thing to invest $478 in.
You asked me on a date, and mind you, we really didn't even have that good a conversation because he was on his phone the whole time, and I have a very strict no phone policy on dates. Hello, you're here to pay attention to me. Look at all the effort that I had to put into going on this date, and now you have a problem with pre and post date expenses?
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
Imagine thinking the date was a success, and hours later she comes and starts demanding that you pay for all the expenses, the food, her clothes, her makeup, and thinking it's okay. I really hope she's being sarcastic, but something tells me she's not.
I've been having men on dating apps pay for my food for the last 2 weeks, and this is how I've done it. I like to make it clear that I absolutely do not feel guilty and it's their own fault they're being used. I think that dating apps are no longer a place to find a partner these days. They're just a place to get a bit of an ego boost and find people to have some fun. If you're a pretty girl and they can use you for the ego boost, then you can also use them for your meal.
You don't want to be like this. This is disgusting. This is awful in every way.
The only type of man I would ever see as a potential partner is someone who would take charge and actually put effort in taking me out. Any guy who just gives low effort and gives princess syndrome, I'm just gonna assume that he's just there to have a bit of fun and he's gonna become my new meal ticket.
I don't think any man will take her seriously after this.
So this is what you're gonna do. Just say, hey, actually, I'm not really good at messaging. I actually would rather meet in person right away. I just need to see how our vibes match in person. Then you're gonna say the days that you're gonna be available and the type of places you'd like to visit that you haven't visited yet. So you're gonna say, actually next week I'm gonna be available this and this day, and I actually been meaning to go to this pasta place.
Not gonna happen!
Free around that time too, then we should definitely go and meet. Now that you've done everything for them, they haven't had to lift a finger. All they have to do is pay for your meal. You basically go, you have a nice meal, and if you want, never talk to them again. Can they even complain anymore? Like, you've done all the work at the end of the day. They should be grateful that they even got a free pass with a pretty girl at all. So yeah, this is how you do it.
What kind of animal are you?
She just showed them a tutorial on how to lose your morals and dignity in less than 2 minutes.
What's the most you'd spend on a first date?
$25.
25?
Yeah, bro.
You said 25?
Are you kidding me, bro?
I say the most. If I'm really spending that much,
30.
If I'm really spending that much, I say 80. But 50.
Wow.
50.
Why only 30?
If you're just taking her on a first date, be temporary, bro.
That's why I say
like after a few dates, then you can be paying more. But like,
So where would you take her?
whenever I take a girl on a first date, there's this taco shop, 3 tacos for $5. So I say I take her and we both get 3 tacos. You know, $10 total.
Nice.
Yeah.
And $80, where are you taking her?
Bro, I'm going to a little sit down. I'm trying to figure out who they are versus because like that's how
tacos. How I be doing it? Tacos, eat, talk for 20
you're telling me
minutes.
you're gonna get a plate of beer, yeah, and just be slobbering on that, and you talking to her like that?
Yes, bro.
Because you think of it, you paying for her too. If it's a first date, you paying for her too. $30
that's
ain't
why
gonna
I
cover
paid
it.
$10. That's why I
Beer
only
is
paid
20,
10.
bro.
I agree with the guy on the right. The minimum you pay, the better, because you have no idea if things will work out or not.
Is a good amount of money to spend on a first date?
I would say, especially like costly lives, you know?
Costly lives?
Costly live, maybe like 150.
So that's when you put the calculation, what's half of 150? That's like £75 each.
Oh, hell no.
That's $100 per person, and call me cheap or anything you want. But even if I have the means, I won't be spending that much on a date.
Not gonna lie, I would say £300. £300 on a first date for me. That's 150 each.
But you're not expecting to pay, so he should just fuck up £300.
Yes. Huh?
And to be fair, you would have chosen him correctly anyway, so he should just have 300 disposable pounds.
Yeah, you should have 300 disposable. If you're trying to impress me.
Don't fall into this trap where someone like this wants you to impress them, because if she truly wasn't after your money, she wouldn't let you spend that much.
If you want to take me out, £300 is I think £300 is a good amount of money to have a good experience.
No! Why are you spending £300 on someone you're not even sure where this is going?
Because if you want to go out with me, the experience needs to be experiential.
I feel like sometimes this is where
That sound scared me. What was that?
women go wrong. Because before you've even had the chance for him to fall in love with you and, want to do all of this for you, you're already expecting.
Not expectation, but I know how much I spend. If I want to go out with my girls, for me, my own expenditure on myself is around £120.
So that was a lot.
Philomeno's take food, cocktails, Uber, everything. That's around the time. Now, I can understand in addition to yourself, it might cost a lot more, but that's the type of experiences that I have for myself, that how much I'm spending on myself. Yeah. I'm not one of those girls that will tell you spend £150 on me and I don't have £30 to my name. You already know what the it is in over here.
That's simply not possible.
It's simply not our problem. So good luck with that.
Let's do some more girl math. Today we will be girl mathing the cost women and femmes spend preparing for dates versus the cost men actually spend on dates. Surveys show the average cost a man spent per date, $189. However, the average man believes that $220 is a good date. Studies show the average American woman wears 16 products on her face before leaving the house. But just to be clear, the average man does not want the average woman. The average man is seeking out 8, 9s, 10s when he is clocking in at a solid 2. The following girl math will have a baddie tax due to inflation. Notably missing sunscreen, lip liner, face powder, and contour, so we will say 20 products.
It's none of my business. It's none of my business.
The average cost per product is $60. That's being generous. $1,200 just walk out of the house. You will be using these products for the rest of the month. Divide that by 30. That is still $40 a day just on her face. Baddies love lash extensions. She is obviously a woman of quality. That is $240 with tip. For the broke boys in the back, that is still $8 a day. Oh, he likes to know makeup look, but he also expects you to have flawless skin. Microneedling, $4,200 minimum. Radio frequency, $5,000, almost $10,000. I didn't even include facial. 365 days in a year, baby. That's still $25 just for this date. Botox, $450. Only leave me alone. This date. But you can't tell she's actually frowning out of disappointment. I won't even include the hundreds, if not thousands, she spends on her hair per month. But she got a blow just for you, and that's one day. $160 with tip. Nails done. $150 with tip. Minimum. Of course, you're a guy. Pedicure, $90 with tip. New outfit, modest but still sexy with the little thigh slit. $863. Again, you wanted a baddie. Seeing as you are a foot guy after all, $1,095 for a nice shoe, a necessity. Inevitably, she will require bunion surgery for these, but we will talk about that expense if you make it to a second date. We went with the $1,400 micro wallet. I match a micro paycheck. Average perfume, $250. That's 2 months, $4 a day. Men don't like body hair or razor burn. Laser hair removal, $500 per session. $4,000 for 8 sessions. Let's hope she doesn't have to go back for 2 years, which we know is not true. That's $550 per day just to be hairless. That's one body part. What do we bring to the table? In the words of our sprinkle queen, baby, we are the guest of honor. Also, never feel obligated to do any of those things for a date or a man or anything other than yourself. Because they make you happy and you want to. And not doing those things doesn't make you any less of a woman or any less worthy. And girl math doesn't lie. Baby. It's really that easy.
You serious? It's sad that someone might need to spend all this money to look decent. But seriously, this is a lot of things that we never asked for. So why shall we cover them? And the interesting thing is that she mentioned that they should do these things for them, not for us. So there is your proof right there that it doesn't concern us.
Y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Last week, I asked a man to go to dinner with me. And I said, I got it, I'll pay. So he dresses up, I pick him up, take him to the restaurant. I'm like, order whatever you want because I've got money. And we had a great time. We're talking and laughing. The night's going well. So after the dinner's over, I'm like, let's go back to my place. He tells me he doesn't want to, that he just wants to go home. But I told him I have some things that I need done around the house. There's some light bulbs that need to be changed, and I can do them myself, but you know, he's a man, and I'm used to asking men for these kind of things.
I beg your pardon?
And he still tells me that he doesn't want to. So I tell him, like, I bought you, I paid for everything, and all I want for you to do is to come in and change some light bulbs and do some work around my house, because I bought you dinner. And he still had the audacity to tell me that that wasn't his job. That just because I bought him a steak dinner doesn't mean that he needs to help me out in my house. That's how you sound when you act like women owe you their bodies just because you bought them dinner.
I see what she did here, but she's not getting the point. The point is that those ladies are pretending to like the guy and even making him think there is something happening after. But as soon as he pays, they vanish because they got what they wanted.
How much are you willing to spend on a first date?
If she's bad, spend a little $2 bills, $200.
$50 to $100. Take $100, something like that. You feel me? Something calm.
Probably like $100.
Where you going with this $100?
I don't really like trying to spend. You feel me? If she not bad,
Shit is the first date. We supposed to be getting to know each other. We can go to the park. We go to Dave & Buster's.
if I'm looking to, feel me, hit it and quit it, then she's not going to a restaurant. I'm gonna try to get her to come to the crib.
I swear being a girl sometimes is so crazy. Tell me why I went out with my friends last night for dinner and we ended up having our whole entire dinner paid for by literally like a nice little old man. Huh? So me and my friends decided to go to the keg last night because we were celebrating my friend getting a new house. And I swear, like, we were literally just like minding our own business, like just doing our thing, doing what girlies do. And then this man near us, he was sitting by himself. He was like sitting by the bar. He started like chatting it up to us and talking to us. And mind you, like me and my friends, like we're in our mid-20s, like you know, late to mid 20s. This guy was like borderline pushing like 50 to 60, and he was just chatting it up with us. So we were like, okay, we're not going to ignore the guy. Like, the guy's chatting it up and talking to us. Honestly, I don't even remember like half of the stuff he was saying. He was just talking about how gorgeous of girls we were and everything. And then, yeah, like it was like nothing too crazy. But then then he asked to like borrow our salt and pepper from our table, and then he like profusively like thanks us and tells us like, oh my gosh, you guys are like the sweetest, thank you so much, thank you so much. I'm like, it's literally salt and pepper. But yeah, that's how he basically started his conversation with us. And then we were just talking to him about like, honestly, like the most randomest things. I'm not gonna lie, he was like a little weird.
Remember what she calls him now, saying that he's weird. But just wait.
And then out of nowhere, he's like, ladies, do you mind if I buy you guys all a drink? And we're like looking at each other like, what? And then we're like, you know what? Why not? So then he buys us a drink, and then he ends up buying himself a drink. And then he ends up coming near our table to come sit with us and chat some more. So we were just chatting it up with him. We were just like making fun of the night, because honestly, like, he was pretty funny, and I don't know, it was like a little bit weird, but like we're just like YOLO, like we're pretty cool people, we don't really care that much. And then the craziest part is that our server comes over to us, because we kind of came there around like closing time, and it was like time to close. Like we were like the only ones in the restaurant, because like we were just chatting it up with this guy. But anyways, the server comes and she's like, ladies, like we're kind of like closing it up, like she's trying to wrap it up and get like all the bills like settled in. And he looks at her and he's like, what's the damage? And we're all like, wait, sir, are you gonna pay for like our entire meal? Like, you already just bought us drinks, now you're gonna pay for the meal? And then he literally looks at the bill, and we did not expect this guy to pay for it at all. And then he literally just starts going into his pocket and getting his wallet, and the man ended up paying for the bill. I don't know how much it was, but I'm assuming that bill was like $350 on top of the drinks that he already previously bought for us. And I was just like, wow, being a girl sometimes is like so crazy, because I guarantee you guys, if we were men, that would not have happened.
Wow, it's crazy how they see you as weird. But if you pay, you magically become a nice, good guy. They weren't lying when they said money talks. And she's right. If it were men and this happened, I bet most of the comments would call them cruel for letting a lady pay for them. Well, guys, that was all for today. We'll be back soon.